Hi friends, I'm Gena St. David, and I'm so glad to be invited into this conversation with the Nonviolent Gospel Network. I'm the author of 2 books, The Brain and the Spirit, and my new release, The Nonviolent Brain. I'm not a theologian or a faith leader, though I spend a lot of time with those who are. I'm a neuroscience researcher, someone who spends long, slow stretches of time listening for patterns. And then I try to use the written word and sometimes artistic imagery to make those patterns more visible for our common good. For over a decade now, I've been researching nonviolence, and what I didn't expect was how that work would change me. It's made me a believer in the power of nonviolence, not just as a spiritual or moral principle, but as small, concrete, everyday practices that we can incorporate in our daily lives and generate big changes. And one of the questions core to my research has been, when we encounter a story like the story of Jesus, and we watch him respond nonviolently toward people who mean him real harm, what's actually happening inside his brain and his nervous system that allows him to do that? And how could that same thing happen inside ours? Here's where the research has led me. I think it's related to trust, this neurobiological phenomenon. Not trust as a vague feeling, but a moment when dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin are released in the body, these neurotransmitters that soothe our nervous system and move us toward health and wellness and equilibrium. And that release happens when we encounter someone or something trustworthy and we perceive them accurately. And that's what I imagine was happening inside Jesus in his contemplation of the nonviolence of holy love. I think that's also what could happen inside us too, that feeling of being soothed, emboldened to be our absolute human best when we witness someone practicing profound nonviolence, and we discover ourselves not just capable of nonviolence, but that it's pleasurable, the pleasure of practicing nonviolence in our own small, everyday, experimental ways. That kind of small daily practice can generate big changes in our lives and in the world. So I'm not a theologian, I'm not a faith leader, but it is one of the great privileges of my life to research and write about and collaborate with people who are sparking these conversations and bringing a lantern to the nonviolent center of the Christian story. I'm so glad to be one of those people with you. I'm listening with you, friends.